G'day friends. This is a really scary time for a lot of people. There is so much fear and anxiety and insecurity brought on by this pandemic we're experiencing globally at the moment. Such an interesting time. But with all pain and challenge comes incredible opportunity as well. And so the interesting thing about this season we're in is the fact that fear is being brought to the surface, which turns out to be very useful because fear often sits in a layer of abstraction that goes unobserved. And when fear goes unobserved, it becomes bigger. When fear is observed, it becomes smaller. So I think people are getting the fact that, our battle is not with the virus, the battle is with fear itself. But most people stop short in fully examining what that fear really is. So people think they're afraid of losing their job, or they think they're afraid of losing money. They think they're afraid of dying. They think they're afraid of uncertainty about what the future holds. That's actually not what anyone is afraid of. The more you observe it, you discover that it is always the implications of those things. Fear is always deeply personal. We are afraid of our own inadequacy. We are afraid that we are not enough. And it's those things in our external world that expose us to our deep fears about ourselves. So if I was to lose my job, now all of a sudden I'm exposed to what if I'm not good enough as a human being? And I was propped up by that job and no one questioned whether I had value or worth because of what I could do. Now I can't do anything. Do I have any value or worth? Or I have no money. Well, now I'm exposed to not being able to provide for my family. And what kind of person can't provide for their family? I've always felt like I wasn't quite good enough as a provider or a husband, a father, or a mother or a wife. Now I'm going to get found out. Even death, people think, well, that's what I'm afraid of. Everyone's afraid of dying. Well, no, it's not the fear of death. It's death is final. So if you have this deep underlying insecurity that you're not enough and are driven to prove to the world that you matter by what you can do and what you can have, then death puts an end to that. So you never got a chance to clear your name. You never got a chance to tell everyone that you were good enough. And so the final word written about you was that you weren't good enough. So it's always this fear about our own opinion of ourselves, which is useful to get that clear. Yoda says, named must your fear be before banish it you can. So this season is giving us an opportunity to let what is real come to the surface. Insecurity is a global issue. Every single human being has to work out if they are enough. People are insecure about being insecure, and so they cram their life full of stuff so they never have to face that fear. Here we are in an experience where all that stuff is being taken away and the insecurity shows up. What a wonderful opportunity. If ever there was a time to deal with insecurity, now it is. Now is that time. There are 7 essential practices for overcoming insecurity. That is the whole work of the Insecurity Project. If you don't have a copy of that framework, you've never seen it, reply to this email, comment on this video, reach out to me on the socials and let me get it in your hands, because it is a framework that is useful for solving insecurity. It's clear, complete, intelligent. I think all you need to solve any problem is the proven framework. And that is what that framework is. So the opportunity in this season is to face insecurity, and it's going to be okay. Obviously you are enough. Everyone else knows that. You just haven't ever done the work to know that that's true. So this framework will help with that. Hope that's useful. I'll talk to you again soon.